everyone, welcome back to my channel. It is Saturday at around 5 o'clock. I figured I would film a quick sit down video with Mavry. As you know, well, if you're new here, I'm posting every day in the month of June, so I can always use, or I can use plenty of videos this month. And so yeah, today's video is going to be a sit down video. It is going to be some things that people told me that I didn't like. So basically things that I hated to hear during motherhood, or the worst things that I have heard so far through motherhood, or the worst things I've been told since becoming a mom. One of those will be the title. Okay, so we can just jump right in. And this video isn't to like bash anyone, because I mean, at the end of the day, most people just want to give advice and they just want to tell it how it is, or tell it how they think it should be, or tell it how they parented. But then again, at the end of the day, it's like, I'm a mom. I'm a first-time mom. And so then already people are like, oh my gosh, she doesn't know what she's doing, or she wants all this advice. I'm like, really? I don't want her advice, because the way I look at it is like, I'm a mom and I love like advice, like if I ask for whatever, but I feel like I don't want to be told, because it's like, I want to learn throughout this as well. Like, other people got the chance to learn and to make mistakes and like whatever. So it's like, and I think I'm doing a darn good job. And so it's like, I don't know. I just don't want unsolicited advice. It's like, I want to be able to learn how I want to kind of parent. I want to be able to parent how I want to parent, because I feel like I already, I feel like I already kind of know how I want to parent and be the type of mom I want to be. So it's like, just let me be. Like, at the end of the day, as long as my child is healthy and happy, you just need to kind of butt out. Sorry, not sorry. So, okay, let's see. I didn't even make a list. I'm just gonna kind of do it off the top of my head. And so probably the first thing that I've been told that kind of was just like, oh, was one time, maybe a couple people have told me this before, but they just tell me how your baby is cute now, because when they're older, they're not gonna be as cute, so it's easier to let them go and to like allow them to, like, obviously, so whatever. It all goes back to these few people, whatever. Like I said, I'm not trying to like call anyone out, whatever. They think that once like 18, you know, like they're not really your, like they're still your kid, but they're not like your kid and not like your responsibility. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that in that at all. And so I'm like, that just like, I was just like, what? And so that kind of was, I don't know. I'm like, my child is, yeah, absolutely freaking adorable now, but I'm like, when she's older, like when she's 18, she's gonna be like beautiful. Like, she's going to be gorgeous. Like, she's going to be her own little person, like all grown up. Like, she's always gonna be beautiful. She's always gonna be gorgeous. And every day she just gets prettier and prettier. So I'm like, my child is not going to be less when she hits 18, and I'm not going to feel better about sending her off to college or to school or to the military or whatever like she chooses to do. I'm like, it's still going to be just as hard. I'm still going to have a room for her at our house, so whenever she wants to stay with us, like whatever. It's like, now, like, I'm her mom now, and I will always be her mom, and I will always be there for her no matter how old she is. When she's 50, I'm still going to call this child up every day, and like, she's still going to be absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, no, like, I had a kid, I'm a mom, I'm gonna be a mom for the rest of my life. I'm just like, no, when she turns 18, I'm not just gonna boot her out of the house, you know? Like, it's not how it works, in my opinion, which you can have your own opinion once again, but that's just my opinion. The other thing, one of the other things is I received a card, which this is like a super genuine, thoughtful thing, but when you're a new mom, and this is another thing I want to talk about in another video, is like, I had some major anxiety. I still do, like major mother anxiety that happened when I became a mom. And I'm even in therapy for it, but so I just picture just so many like insane scenarios happening, and it stresses me out dearly. And so when you're like a first-time mom, a new mom, and you already have all this anxiety, and then you get a card that like says how like these are God's children and he can like take them back anytime he wants. And okay, like all like the Christian, like I'm a Christian, absolutely, like I love God, like I pray every single day, every single night, like I pray with her every single night, like whatever. But it's like, and I understand like these like children are gifts from God, and like we're all like his children, like whatever. And like, you know, like one day we're all gonna be called to go back home or whatever. But it's just like, oh, after I already have so much anxiety, and like I already picture the worst scenarios happening like all the time, and like my greatest fear is just like stuff like that. Like I don't know, that just really like, I don't know, it just wasn't. And I know once again they're trying to be thoughtful, like trying to give me like a cute like Bible verse or like something like religious. And don't get me wrong, like I loved it, I appreciated it, whatever, but it really just kind of like freaked me out and like hurt my heart. I was like, oh. But anyways, it's fine. Other things, I'm sure if you're a mom, you've been like, or you've heard this too, just about how like, oh, your baby has to cry, like they have to learn how to like soothe themselves, so they have to just cry and get over it. I'm like, and like me, I'm like, no, probably not. Don't get me wrong, we did eventually, she did cry herself to sleep a couple nights, but we would like set a timer for 10 minutes and then we would go in and get her if she was still crying. And otherwise, if she gets hurt, I comfort her. Like obviously I am her mother, I am supposed to comfort her. Like that drives me insane. Even my husband, sometimes I think it's like a guy thing, like if she falls or something, he's like, oh no, she has to learn to be tough. I'm like, no, she does not have to learn how to be tough. She's 10 months old. She just freaking fell face forward. Like I'm gonna help her. Like that drives me insane. I'm just like, no, like I don't know. So that drives me insane. Like the whole crying thing, like this was like even when she was like a couple months old. I'm like, I'm not letting my 2-month-old or my 1-month-old cry. I'm just not. It's like, you're not the mom. No, you have no say. Sorry. I'm just like, no, bye. And so I don't know, I was just like, whatever. Like I don't know, there's just such silly stuff, and it's like, it's fine, because once again it's like, you be your mother or you be your kid's mom, I'm gonna be my kid's mom, and so whatever. So that's something I heard. One time I gave her some food and the person was like, yeah, I don't think she can, what did they say, something like, I don't think she's big enough for that, or can oh no. Oh. This is my husband's favorite book to read to her, Green Eggs and Ham. He reads it to her literally every single night that he reads her a book. Crap. He even told me the other night, I was like, oh, she's playing with your book, she's like trying to read it or whatever to herself. He's like, don't let her rip it. Dad's gonna be so upset with you. Oh no. He's gonna be so sad. Oh no. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. So this, I don't know. There's just like so many things, or so many times people like doubt me as a mom, or because I'm young or whatever. I'm just like, I got this. I really do. Another thing is I want to do a separate one for breastfeeding, but I have had negativity on that as well, which I think I'll get into that when I do the separate breastfeeding video. So yeah, I think those are my huge, so only like a couple. I don't know, usually I just let stuff like fly off my head. So quite honestly, there's probably been more, but I probably just don't remember, and I just don't want to remember. And so those are like my top 2 or 3. And so yeah, the biggest one is that I'm gonna just like throw my child out when she's 18. Like, no, probably not. Like that's the one thing, like being in the military, like I always tell my husband, when we finally buy a house or like build our house, our kids will have a room. Like they're gonna have it however they want. Like they will have a room, like always, that they can come to in our house. It's gonna be decorated how they want to, and then like their kids will have rooms. Like yeah, because nope, these guys are stuck with me for life. Like I have a tattoo of my daughter's name right there. They're like, oh, you sure you want those? I'm like, dude, my child. It's like, I think having a name, my child's name is like the one thing that I'm not gonna like wish I didn't have on my arm, you know? I don't know, like even when I get old and wrinkly, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's my kid. Oh yeah. So I don't know, whatever. So yeah, those are the things. This video is kind of like short, totally unorganized, but once again, what do I always say? That's me. Messy, messiness is welcome here. Hot mess, all of it. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Please share below if you've ever had any like negative comments that have stuck with you, or any like things that showed that people were doubting you as a mom. Please share them below and we can all talk about them as moms, because I'm sure we've all had them. We can all support each other and just kind of laugh about them, honestly, because it's like our babies are fine and happy and healthy, I'm sure. So it's like whatever. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Novi, can you say bye-bye?